George Russell ended on the podium. It's a little bit awkward maybe because of some of the comments between Max and George previously. How did they get on?
You would expect so, but it wasn't all that bad, actually. They even got the question because someone noticed they had a little bit of a chat before the press conference. And when asked about it, if it was all good between them, Max made a little joke. He said, no, it's shockingly bad. Then everyone laughed, George laughed, and he said, no, it's all good. So apparently they're on speaking terms again, and they're good with each other now. His Ferrari debut was a bit disappointing for him. There was a little bit of chaos on his radio and his communication with his engineer. He seemed to be giving him all types of information Lewis wasn't really looking for at the moment. Lewis also explained after the race that he just didn't feel comfortable in the car. He said basically there were lots of things he wanted to change about the car going into China.
That's 2 days in a row. Does that sound like it's just discomfort with the rain or the Ferrari as a whole?
I think Lewis mainly sees it as part of the learning curve because, of course, it's an entire new car for him. But also, today he just wasn't happy with the feeling in the car. And now he does have a little experience driving the car, and I guess he knows what he's ready to build on. I spoke to Christian Horner a little bit, and I asked him about his strategy. Of course, Max was told to stay out last minute when Piastri managed to get his McLaren back on track. But it was 2 very difficult laps for Max. There's some slipping and sliding over the track. Christian, he explained, he said those are last-minute decisions you have to make. Of course, at the time, it looked like it may have been a safety car, but of course that didn't happen.
Did Christian mention anything about the other car?
Christian defended Liam a bit. He said it was his first weekend driving on this track. Of course, he's still inexperienced, and he said it's basically all part of the learning curve.
Hope he learns pretty quickly. That's a steep learning curve to impress anybody at Red Bull. The results changed. Mercedes, they decided to lodge a protest with the FIA.
Yes, that's right. Kimi Antonelli, he had a fantastic race. He was one of only 2 rookies, along with Ollie Behrman, to even finish the race. After a very disappointing qualifying, he came across the finish line in P4, so it's a very good result for him. But then he got slapped with a 5-second penalty by the FIA for an unsafe release in the pit lane. But Mercedes wasn't all too happy about that, and they lodged a right of review. And the FIA came out with a decision surprisingly quickly. Of course, in order to get a right of review, that there needs to be some new evidence that wasn't there before. There were some new camera angles which the stewards hadn't seen. So they quickly decided that the penalty was not justified.